Hey guys, welcome back to Desperate Oak 48. That's my dog barking in the background. If you can hear it, awesome. If not, cool. But this is my Shaddoll deck profile. This one just cost $30, so I'm not gonna mess with prices or anything. It's just gonna be the profile. So without further ado, let's get into it. Real quick, I know that this upcoming Sunday is going to be the first Sunday of the month. I'm not sure if I'll have if I'll be able to get in what I need to get in for the next Built from Nothing episode by then. So what I might do is the next one might not be on a Sunday. I don't know. We'll kind of cover that when we cover it. But here we go. Starting with the profile, we have one Armageddon Knight. This is just one of your many play starters. You drop normal summon this and then kind of like pop off from there. Super generic. One Blacklisted Soldier, Envoy of the Beginning, with almost all the monsters being dark and on occasion some light monsters. It's really fairly easy to get this out, and it's just a big beat stick. You can banish or you can have 2 attacks. It's a very useful monster to have. One Electromagnetic Turtle. It doesn't come up a whole often, not gonna lie, but it is a light monster for Construct, and it is a light monster for the Blacklisted Soldier. Also, if you just need to thin your deck because you have all the other pieces ready, you can just send this if you ever need to, but that kind of rarely comes up. And then, of course, it can negate a battle, so, you know, whatever. 3 Mathematician. Yeah, this is Mathematician. It is kind of like the big play starter for your deck. Mathematician, Dark Armageddon Knight. I've already forgotten the name. Or Armageddon Knight. It's just Armageddon Knight. Forget me. Mathematician and Armageddon Knight and Foolish Burial are the like 3 cards that are big like play starters, but with 1 Foolish Burial and 1 Armageddon Knight and 3 Mathematician, you kind of have 5 different cards that can start your plays going. So starting with one of them in your hand is very it happens often. Kind of getting plays going is getting Squamata into the graveyard, so we'll kind of cover that. But this is your big play starter here. 2 Nail Shaddoll Ariel. This is just banishing cards in your opponent's graveyard or returning your banished Shaddoll monsters, special summoning your banished Shaddoll monsters. It's also a water attribute, so it can go into El Shaddoll Al Capone, or the other one whose name I can't pronounce that starts with an A, that is water attribute, but this one's just very useful. 3 Quad Shaddoll Chaos. I don't think probably completely butchered that name. This one is more special summoning, more sending. You can flip it to special summon, or you can send it to the graveyard to send another Shaddoll monster from your hand to the graveyard. And then, of course, it's light for Construct and BLS, so just very useful to kind of continue your plays. Reshaddoll Wendy. I'm running 2 of them. Oh, sorry. So useful. It just special summons and furthers your plays, and it's a different attribute for El Shaddoll Al Capone, so absolutely wonderful and very, very fun. 2 Shaddoll Beast. This is just more draw power, and on rare occasions, it's a 2200 attack monster, so it's not bad to have on the field, but it's just kind of draw power. Yep, and 3 Shaddoll Dragon. I run 3 Shaddoll Dragon because it is it's spell and trap removal when it's sent to the graveyard by card effect, and then when it is flipped, it's a non-targeting removal. Actually, it is. It's targeting removal, not targeting destruction. So you target a card and you return it to the hand if it's flipped face up. Sorry, I keep like hiccuping and burping. I'm just. Anyways, Shaddoll Dragon is very useful to have. 2 Shaddoll Falco. This just special summons itself back from the graveyard, and if it's flipped face up, you just special summon a Shaddoll from your graveyard. This is just kind of putting more bodies out onto the field. Shaddoll Hedgehog. This is adding Shaddoll spells or traps, and it's also adding Shaddoll monsters. If it's flipped face up, you add a Shaddoll spell or trap. If it's sent to the graveyard, you add a Shaddoll monster. Super awesome. Shaddoll Hound. If this is flipped face up, you can target a Shaddoll in your graveyard and add it to your hand. But if it's sent to the graveyard, you can change the battle position of one monster on the field. And if it's a flip monster, its effect is negated unless it is a Shaddoll monster. So you can use this, and if you ever needed or wanted to, flipped Subterra Guru face up, and its effect would be negated because it's not a Shaddoll monster. But you can use if you use Squamata and something else to get out Construct, you can, through Construct and Squamata's effects, send Shaddoll Wendy and Shaddoll Hound. Use Shaddoll Hound as Chainlink 1 and Shaddoll Wendy as Chainlink 2. Special summon Shaddoll Beast in face down defense position with Wendy, and then use Shaddoll Hound to flip it face up. Because it's a Shaddoll monster, its effect will activate, allowing you to draw 2 cards and discard 1 to just continue extending your plays. Like, it's such a useful card if you can get it in the right circumstances. 3 Shaddoll Squamata. This is your like big Shaddoll play starter. In your first turn, you're going to want to get this into the graveyard as soon as possible. Next we have 3 Allure of Darkness. This is just kind of more draw power, and almost all of the Shaddoll cards are dark monsters. Armageddon Knight's a dark monster. BLS is light, I believe. Yeah, it's light. This is just kind of continuing your plays, giving you more draw power. You know, you want to be drawing cards as much as you can, so this kind of helps. 3 El Shaddoll Fusion. This is a quick effect, so you know, you're able to activate it on your opponent's turn or on your turn. There's a lot of driving around outside. I don't know what's going on. Y'all should be social distancing, please. I don't want to get sick. Anyways, super useful. 1 Foolish Burial. It's Foolish Burial. Your Shaddoll cards want to get sent to the graveyard. You kind of need this. 1 Pot of Avarice. I originally put this in here as a joke. Kind of. I knew it would be useful, but I knew that like having it in your first hand would be kind of a brick. But I've only ever started with it in my starting hand once and bricked. Every other time I've had it in my starting hand, the other cards have been good enough to have at least 5 monsters in the graveyard for me to then drop the Pot of Avarice, shuffle them all back, draw 2 more, and essentially be able to like remake the entire field I just had on the next turn. So it's so much more useful than I ever thought it would be, and I don't really know why that is, but I'm not really complaining. 3 Shaddoll Fusion. It's Shaddoll Fusion. Fusion summoning, using monsters from the deck. If your opponent has a if your opponent has a monster that was special summoned from the extra deck, you can use monsters from your deck as well. So yeah, it's very useful. And 3 Super Polymerization. Because all the Shaddoll cards, all the Shaddoll Fusion monsters are either all of them except for the new one, Al Capone. They're all a Shaddoll monster plus X attribute. You can drop this down, have a Shaddoll on the field, and then just like sit back and wait for your opponent. The discard cost on Super Polymerization is not part of the effect, it's the cost. So if you use this, discard Shaddoll Squamata, you will not get to activate Squamata's effect. That's a ruling that I know gets confused a lot, and you know, if anyone was wondering about that, that's how it is. If you use this, you can't discard a Shaddoll monster to activate this effect and then use the Shaddoll monster's effect. So, clarifying that if, you know, anyone was unclear about it. On to the extra deck. Okay, in the extra deck, we have, obviously, going in reverse order here, we have 2 El Shaddoll Shekinaga. Mathematician is an earth monster, so if you have it on the field and don't want it to get destroyed by battle, which is weird because when Mathematician is destroyed by battle, you could draw a card. Anyways, if you have it on the field and you ever need to get rid of it, you just use it and the Shaddoll monster and go into this. And this can negate effects by discarding Shaddoll monsters. Super useful, as well as 3,000 defense and 2,600 attack. So this is just big on the field. Next is El Shaddoll Anyuhyam, and this is the one, the water monster, so you can sometimes use Nail Shaddoll. There's one online duel I did where I was able to drop a super polymerization against a Mermail deck, but they were kind of able to continue playing through it because I don't know how to out Mermail, and I just kind of looked embarrassed for a bit. But this is, it's a target in the deck. 3 El Shaddoll Construct. This is just, you want to be going into this as soon as possible, as quickly as possible. When it's summoned, you can send a Shaddoll to the graveyard and then activate that Shaddoll effect. It's so useful in almost every situation. I can't think of a situation where it isn't useful. And then if it battles an opponent's monster before damage calculation, destroy that monster. It's so awesome. 3 El Shaddoll Grista. I think that Salamangreat is not gone yet. I think that there are people who still play it. I think it's still a very good deck. I don't think it'll be going out of the meta or out of Rogue anytime soon, and they're all fire monsters, so this is kind of your super poly target against Salamangreat monsters. But also, its effect isn't the absolute worst. If your opponent goes to special summon a monster while you control while you have a Shaddoll card in your hand, as a quick effect, you can negate the summon and destroy the monster, and then send 1 Shaddoll card from your hand to the graveyard, which then kind of, I believe it triggers some of your Shaddoll effects, but it's a good monster to go into. It's definitely fun to use it, and then super polymerization on a initial Sunlight Wolf or an initial Heat Leo, so that your opponent doesn't get that Reincarnation Link summon. But it's fun, it's nice, and it's a very pretty card. 3 El Shaddoll Apcalone or Al Capone. This is the newest Shaddoll fusion monster. This can negate a card effect on the field, and it can add a Shaddoll card from your deck to your hand when it is sent to the graveyard. And then after adding it, you discard a card. It's very useful all around and very easy to make. Now that you have Re-Shaddoll, Nail Shaddoll, and Quad Shaddoll. Super awesome. And then 3 El Shaddoll Winda. Yeah, this is, you want to get this and Construct on the field as quickly as possible. They are kind of the two, not the big monsters, but they're the big monsters of the deck. Anyways, that was my I can't speak. That was my Shaddoll structure deck list. This is, again, it was only $30 to make. It's super good. It is a lot of fun to play. Yeah, you can put a little more money into it and actually make it a good deck, but this is just $30. The next episode of Sealed Only, that might come out during the week. My computer takes famously long to export things. So if I try to get it out, I can try and get it out next Sunday or this upcoming Sunday. That would mean 0 edits and most likely 0 duels as well, and I don't really want to do that to you all. So unless it's something y'all want to see, I don't know, but let me know in the comments. I'm rambling. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe, drop a like, drop a comment, and I will see you all next time.